You guys, look at the bump. Look at how big my belly's getting. She is growing so much. Hello friends, my name is Judeana and welcome back to my channel. And today is the first day we're working on things for baby girl's nursery. But this is going to be a tree lamp for her room. So we're gonna try these fairy lights with it. This is 66 feet in fairy lights. And it is a plug-in and they are remote control. Yes, so hopefully that makes it really easy as she's growing up to be able to just turn it on and off whenever we want. I did test this. I did make sure it works. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wanted to tell you guys the story of how I got this tree. All of my coworkers surprised me. They all pitched in on getting this for me because they saw me eyeballing it at the store going, wouldn't that be cute in baby's nursery? And they just totally melted my heart. They brought me to tears. I couldn't believe it at first when I saw this with the big pink bow on it and they said it was for me. I was like, wait, hold on, shut up. You're kidding, right? You know, it's very bittersweet for me right now because I love my job. I love working with the people I have been working with for the past 4 years. I love, you know, that I've been amongst people who love plants. I love working with plants. It's just a really great company and I'm really glad that I got to be a part of it for the time that I did. But now I can go back as a customer and I can still say hi to all my friends at work. Anyway, I was speechless when I got this and I'm a little bit speechless now. I'm just gonna start in on this. I'm just gonna plug away. The majority of this video is just gonna be me winding this most of the time. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just gonna put on my TV show that I'm watching right now and continue this and just make it kind of like a time lapse. And then I might chime in here or there. We'll find out. Oh, please be coming through. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I do have to see what this looks like in the dark. So I think I'm gonna take it over to the bathroom, flip off the lights, plug this in, and that way you guys can see a bit better too. But I also just wanna see how bright and luminous this is with the fairy lights, just in case I do need to get light bulbs for this too. But I don't think I will. I think once we get the other fairy lights in here, it'll be soft enough that it'll look perfectly fine. That is the hope anyway. Look at how beautiful, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be perfect. I'm so excited. Just so you guys know, it looks a little brighter on camera than it does in real life. But I think it is very promising. I love that when you move, you can see little twinkles here and there through the jute woven through the frames. So super duper excited about this. I am going to go ahead and order that second string of lights. I will see you guys at the next segment of this video. Hello friends, I'm back. It's been a few days, but we did get our new lights in the mail and it is a much bigger spool. It's really fat. So I did test them, they work. Thank the good Lord, they work. And I think what I'm gonna do is take off, it's so tedious to do it, I know. But I'm gonna take this, what's on here off and use it maybe for another project. I feel like there's so much on here. I would rather just have one with one box plug-in than having 2 box plug-ins and 2 separate strings of lights. And I think that could get a little bit confusing as well. So I'd rather just not and make it hopefully a little easier on myself with just doing one coil, one string of lights. I guess first things first, I've got to take all this off. I don't want to. Trial and error, my friends. We learn as we go. So this one that I had on here was 66 feet. The one we're going to put on is 336 feet. But I'll make sure to put links to them in the description below if you would like to use them. But I wanted to let you know how far along these went for the footage of lights that you're getting. So that way you can better gauge what you need for your projects that you're doing, if you're doing any projects. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just gonna turn on my show again and just get to work. Alright you guys, I did finish winding it all up. Man, was that tedious. Now it's just time for the moment of truth. I'm a little scared because there were a couple moments where I thought maybe the wire bent a little too sharply and it may not work, which scares the crap out of me because I just spend so much time winding this and I really hope it works. So yeah, here we go. Moment of truth. Okay. I think they're on. I think they're just very dim. I think they're just very, very dim. So I'm gonna go try this in the bathroom again like we did last time. Oh my gosh, you guys, this one was a flop. Darn it, I spent all that time on this just for it to glow that much. I don't know if it's because of how I coiled it, but it's very dim. It's very, very dim. And yes, I did test it before putting it on there and it was bright as all get out, and now it's just, it's so dim and it makes me so sad. I'm just frustrated. But it goes to show, you know, sometimes projects don't always go the way that you hope that they will. And so now I'm wondering, do I just cut the darn thing apart and get a light bulb and put it in there? I don't like the way that a light bulb is gonna look. Or maybe a light strip going down. I like the twinkliness. I like the twinkle lights. That's what I like. So I've got some thinking to do, but I am gonna press pause on this project because I've been working on it the whole day. You know, if somebody can learn from my mistakes, well then, I'm doing all right by posting these videos. If somebody can learn from my mistakes too. So I'm gonna press pause on this project because I'm getting a little frustrated with it. Sometimes you need to just walk away and then come back. Maybe I'll do a bit more research too and see what I can do to fix it. We'll see. We'll see what we do, what we decide to do with this darn lamp. Hello friends, I'm back. And what do you say? The third time's gotta be the charm, right? The third time. If it doesn't work this time, no amount of words can express how frustrated I would be. But it is gonna work this time, and let me tell you why. Because for the first time, instead of just plugging it in before to make sure it works, I'm gonna make sure it's plugged in throughout the whole project. Yeah, so we're gonna try that. And that, my friends, should work, because if I end up looping it too much to the point where it's crimped so much the electricity can't even go through it, like last time, I can fix it instead of just crying about it at the very end. But you see, this is why partially I do these videos, is so that way future me can learn from these videos, and also you guys can learn from these videos, because where I fail, you guys can succeed. I really hope this time it won't fail. I'm just gonna tip, this isn't heavy at all, it's just kind of big. Okay, where did it go? And then I'm just gonna thread the rest of this down here. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but once that's threaded through, voila! And now we plug it in. Oh goodness, that shocked me a little bit. Okay, we have a start, friends. And I'm doing this differently. Instead of going through vertically, I'm gonna just wrap it around first on the outside, like a Christmas tree, like how you would wrap a Christmas tree. And then when it's closer to time, then I will thread it through the holes. And I think that will help keep it more intact that way without bending the wire too much. So that is the plan, friends. However, to start, I will probably need to loop it through here. And then, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so much easier, hopefully. And then we can go like this and start wrapping around the next layer. I hope this looks good and cute, and I hope it doesn't matter which direction the lights are going, if they're going vertically or horizontally. I know the lights are gonna look probably a little too synchronized at points, but hopefully by going vertically at the end, that will fix the issue. So far, so good. Okay, I wonder if I should go vertically. Yes, I should do it by section, because going vertically the whole way down is gonna leave gaps where this is transitioning into a smaller size. So we will go vertically like so, and thread it through this bottom one right here. And then maybe we'll just go like this and do the same thing down here. Yeah, that works, right? And you know, something else you could use probably are zip ties. So far, so good. I like how it's looking. It's just getting a little difficult to put like my hands in here is the only thing. Now we'll put it through this way to start our second layer. And I'm hoping this will really help prevent the issue that we had last time. This is so much easier to wind too. The only thing I worry about is just it not staying in place because it's on the outside. So when I put the new, you know, the actual frame layers on, it's probably going to look different. Oh well, you gotta work with what you got, right? Ooh, this is getting a little bit more difficult. Okay. Then we'll go through here, thread it, go through here, and we'll go through this bottom one here, thread it. Oop. Oops, I mean this right here. This is the one we need. There are screws here that I can also kind of just wrap this around. But I feel like I want to stay more consistent with how I'm doing this, so just bear with me here, little tree. This is definitely the way to go though with making the tree, I think, work for what we're doing. Look how many lights. I can't remember how many lights this was. I think it was 150 this time that I got. Hopefully a lot better. I think it's gonna illuminate a lot more than just the 60 lights did. Okay, here we go, moment of truth. Ah! Oh shoot. Okay, you know what, that's okay. That is fine, nothing broke, it still works. Oh yeah, did you guys notice? We painted the wall. Well, Ryan did most of it because, you know, I'm pregnant and probably shouldn't be breathing in the fumes. So I warmed up leftovers for him and watched him do most of it. And it It turned out so pretty. I think this is a really nice color. It's called Tansy Green that we used. And I think it is the perfect green to have used for her room, what we wanted. Because it's not too dark, but it's not too light. We'll just like go around a few times this way. Yeah, what if we just go the opposite direction? Will that help keep things kind of stable? I kind of like that idea actually, just going in the opposite direction. Or is that the same direction I went last time? I don't know. We're just trying things out. Huzzah! So far so good. And then when it's good, and I don't have to screw with it anymore because I've already done so much. I worked on this project how many times now? It's taken me a month to get this darn thing done. We, at the top here, thread it through just the top this way. Yeah. Would that work? And then thread it through this way. Ooh, I like that. And we'll go this direction. And then as we get to the bottom part, how did I do this? Okay, we'll go, where did I come through? On that side, okay. Yes, I like this. I think this is the way to go. Okay.
You go through here, and then go through this side, and do one more to kind of just, okay, there we go. Secure it. We'll go through you, and then we'll go through you. And that should keep it pretty well secure, I think.
And then the rest of these lights will be used for this top portion, like this, like so, like such. How's your guys' week going? I hope it's going well. I hope you guys are having a good week. Guess what? This last Friday was my last day of work. Isn't that crazy? Possibly forever. Depends on what I end up doing with the rest of my life. But isn't that just the craziest thing? It seems absolutely surreal. Because, I mean, I'd imagine that... Okay, we have more wrapping to do. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted here. I imagine that for the next at least 10 years, maybe 15 years, I'm going to be... It just depends on how far out our kids are spaced, but that I'm going to be home with our kids, raising our littles until we decide to ship them off to school. Now, whether we decide on public school or private school or like a charter school or just homeschooling. I mean, I wouldn't mind it either way. Whatever we end up doing with our kids is whatever we end up doing with our kids, you know? Okay, the top might be a little bit more illuminated than the rest of the tree. That's okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, friends. Okay, we're at a good enough point. I think I can take the rest of this off of here. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. We'll thread this through like this. Yeah, there we go. And then down, maybe? I don't know. Or we'll go around like this. And, oh, nope. Okay, we'll go around this way. We gotta feed it through. So we'll feed it through you.
Anyway, I'm just really excited because this next chapter is opening up in my life, and I'm just so excited to be a mom, like get to know my kids in a way that I wouldn't have gotten to know them if they went to daycare, you know? And they may hate me at the beginning for all the timeouts that they're gonna get. But I hope as they grow up, they become just super thankful for the childhood that we were able to give them. Oh, you guys, we're almost done. I'm so excited, we're almost done. Sorry, I'm really in the zone right now, if you can't tell. Just want to make sure this is right. Okay, Oh my gosh, it's done, you guys. It's finally done. Should we do like a whole grand reveal moment? I think this calls for one. So I'm going to turn this off. We're gonna put the pretty stuff, the boho stuff back on it. Maybe I'll move this plant so that way it's not so in the way. Then we'll turn the lights back on and close the curtains and just make it a big reveal. So let's do it, let's do it. And then the top. Okay, this is adorable. Oh my gosh. This I feel like could even go up a little. That, like that. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's what I want. All right, now I can turn this off. Oh, it's so cute. It's just the perfect amount of light. You guys, I'm so relieved. It's done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Wherever you are, I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!